You will never know the joys of sucking dick. And for that, my heart weeps. There are people out there that never suck dick. Oh my god. Okay. Wow.
And the Oscar goes to... Sound check.
Hey all you awesome viewers. I am the Fungal Fungi, actually a fungus, and this is the Stupicide. This is my more political-centered segment where I go over, well, I guess political stuff. I mean, I don't know why transgender people are politicized. I don't see how that's political, but anyway, happy Pride Month. Yay! So today we're gonna go over Ben Shapiro. Hold on. You wanna see what I think of whenever I hear Ben Shapiro? Here we go.
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. I said certified.
Stop it.
Oh God. Oh, I can't believe I'm actually gonna go out of my way to watch this and then it's gonna recommend me all this shit after watching it. Oh! 1 second in, I'm literally 1 second in and I feel disgusting.
Today on Debunked,
No one
we're
cares.
going to discuss a very common question. Can a man be a woman?
No, because if you're a man, you're a man, and if you're a woman, you're a woman. You can be someone that identifies as a man, sometimes, and then other times identifies as a woman. Or neither, or both.
Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field.
The specific question was about minors. Let's be a little more specific since you evaded the question. Do you support the government intervening to override the parent's consent to give a child puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and/or amputation surgery of breasts and genitalia?
Undermine the parents' consent. Are the parents incredibly religious and saying, I'm sorry, I don't want you living that sinful life? And changing your sex?
You fucking demon child?
Puberty blockers are too much. Puberty blockers do one thing. They block your puberty. And guess what? If someone spends some time on puberty blockers and says, oh, guess I wasn't trans after all, they stop the puberty blockers and then they like almost immediately catch up with everyone else. As far as puberty, there's no irreversible damage from it. It's necessary for trans kids because guess what? To them, for them, because of dysphoria, puberty and their birth hormones are the things doing damage to their bodies. The puberty blockers are to prevent that from happening. Puberty blockers just stop puberty for a temporary amount of time so that the kid can figure out if they're trans or not. If they're trans, then well, first of all, it's not even that simple. They go through a rigorous process. They have to see therapists, psychoanalysts, for a long time. There's actually a good amount of gatekeeping that's done. So it's not very easy.
We must not raise boys as boys and girls as girls, because we...
Okay. Where he's getting that from is the fact that we're pushing away from indoctrinating our children with gender norms, because guess what? For a lot of people, that results in a very unhappy childhood, and they get really depressed about who they are. We would like that to not happen to children. The two
Males
sexes.
and females reproduce with one another in the human species. We've known this for quite a while. The simple reality is that the human species is sexually dimorphic. Sex is binary. We come in two branches.
Wrong! Sex is a bimodal distribution. You want to see what sex looks like? This is how sex works. This is not gender. No, this is physical sex. This is people being born and what their genitalia looks like. Does this look binary? Does this look like this to you? This or this? Does that look like this?
And in whom breast development looks female while male genitalia are present. Overall, disorders of sexual development affect 1 in every 5,000 births.
No, I don't think that's right. I think it's 1 in 1,500 to 1 in 2,000. And... Oh, Ben! Are you gonna get your figures any more than 50% correct? Ben! Ben, please!
Otherwise, it would be the same thing as saying that because 1 child every few thousand is born with 3 toes, this means that the number of toes in the human being is a spectrum.
I guess? Okay, the fact that if humans were born with a range of toes between 3 and 5, or whatever he said, if that happened, then yes, the number of toes for humans would be a spectrum.
Definition of the terms man and woman. When I say non-self-referential, I mean you can't say, I feel like a woman, therefore I am a woman.
Well, it's not that you feel like you're a woman, it's that you are a woman. You identify as a woman. That is what makes you a woman. Definition: woman. An adult female human being. Female adults in general. A disrespectful form of address to a woman. A female person who is paid to clean someone's house and carry out other domestic duties. Oh, okay. A woman belonging to a particular category as by birth, residence, membership, or occupation. Yeah.
For advocates of biology, the answer for what is woman or what is man is...
Again, conflating biology with man and woman. Biology and gender are 2 different things. Okay, hold on. Remember that biological or assigned sex is about biology, anatomy, and chromosomes. Gender is society's set of expectations, standards, and characteristics about how men and women are supposed to act. Here's something else from Scientific America. Yeah, this is the whole thing about that whole thing. We're not gonna get into that right now.
The chromosomes that some biological men are women, or vice versa. There is no standard that can be applied. A man can become a woman, or a woman a man, at any time, without any stable definition of man or woman whatsoever.
The stable definition is a man is someone who identifies as a man, and a woman is someone who identifies as a woman. That's a very stable definition.
So according to our pseudo-medical activists,
her again.
Gender identity is completely separate from sex. The separation between gender and sex relies on a simple fallacy. That gender is entirely socially constructed and thus separate from biology. Gender, in this iteration, would be all the various feminine qualities that adhere to womanhood, or the masculine qualities that adhere to being a male. According to these folks, gender and sex are completely different. Right? All of those
gender societal expectations, secondary sexual characteristics, gender expression, those are all things that, well, I mean, those can be part of your gender expression, but those all give indication to your gender identity.
Because your gender is separate from your sex is utterly unsupportable at any level. Everyone understands there are some attributes that are generally considered more masculine. Chopping wood. Being dumb.
What? What? I guess? But why is that your go-to?
Door open, and I love it.
And some that are considered more feminine. Being caring, being nice, right? These are distinctions that do...
The more feminine traits. Caring about stuff. Being nice. Caring about stuff and not being an asshole. Feminine traits. Alright, keep that in mind. Men, if you care about stuff, and if you're nice, you're a woman.
These are distinctions that do appear in virtually all cultures. Some of that is undoubtedly biologically oriented, and some is undoubtedly social construction. But it is...
Most of it is socially constructed. Men and women can have completely different roles. Hey, this is a reminder. If you're watching on YouTube and like what you see, hit that like button. If you don't like it, well, then hit the dislike button. Leave me a comment. Tell me why, okay? Don't leave me in the dark. Just don't be a jerk about it. If you want to see the streams, follow me on Twitch. There's a link. If you want to hang out after, before, during, whatever, if you want to influence my content, join the Discord. Interact somehow. You know? But hey, above all else, enjoy yourself. If you don't like it, see you later. Come on me like I come on my wall.
After twin boys were born, and after a botched circumcision destroyed one boy's penis, that boy was raised as a girl.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, this stuff happens with intersex people all the time. Except the thing with intersex people is they're born with it. It's not botched. Which, by the way, circumcision, it's still forced gender mutilation. Kids can't consent to that stuff. Iffy. Very iffy.
By the time that boy was a teenager, the boy felt extraordinary discomfort because he was biologically male, and his parents told him the truth. Both twins ended up killing themselves in their mid-30s.
Very common occurrence for trans people. This is, yeah, absolutely an allegory or a very similar circumstance to what many trans kids go through.
That didn't stop John Money from founding
and
Johns
intersex.
Hopkins Gender Identity Clinic in 1965. His theory was children could identify as members of the opposite sex, and that radical surgery was the proper solution.
Children? No one's advocating radical surgery for children. Ben, you want to show me your sources? Ben, you want to show me your sources? Your sources, Ben? Ben, your sources? Debunked? Debunked needs facts? Facts need sources? Sources, Ben? Let me keep talking so you guys can't hear the background
If gender
noise.
is a meaningless social construct created by society, why does it matter more than sex, which is actual real biology? And why?
Because sociology is just as important as biology? Because we say it's feminine to have these body parts. It's masculine to have these body parts. It's feminine to look this way. It's masculine to act this way. Because we have those things, and people want to be seen as those things. You know? Because of the expectations that we put on them. Wait, hold on! Is that the music from... Is that the music from Plague Inc.?
In favor of a delusional quasi-religious worldview in which gender and sex are completely segregated and a boy can be a girl and a girl.
That sounds like the music from Plague Inc.
Now, none of this means that anybody suffering from gender dysphoria ought to be mistreated. Anybody with any...
Oh, yeah. No, of course. They shouldn't be mistreated. They should just be denied healthcare, forced to be put in conversion therapy, forced to use the wrong bathroom, forced to play on the wrong sports team. Yeah, we shouldn't mistreat them, but we should treat them like shit. Ben, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't give sources, you don't make sense.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what our society is now teaching kids in public schools. Antibiological nonsense, including the lie.
Antibiological nonsense. Alright, we already debunked that. You know? Just imagine a jacked, hairy man walking into the women's room. And they're like, oh, what are you doing in here? Oh my god, oh no, get out, this is the women's room. I know, I have a vagina. Now move. I gotta go take a piss. That's the kind of shit that they want to happen. No, that's the kind of shit they don't think about. Because guess what? They don't think.
Institutions are not exempted from federal regulations that demand that men who identify as women be treated as women. And this is true in sports, in restrooms. Ironically, feminists who...
Good. They should be treated that way. They should be categorized in their proper category. This is how categorization works. They're pulling a Fox News right here. They're getting like the worst looking person and putting them on display, reminding you that they did a bad job.
At school with a headache, in the end, a man claiming to be a woman is making an unsustainable claim. He can't even know what...
Wrong. Also, you keep saying man claiming to be a woman. I assume you mean a male at birth, assigned male at birth. That's the correct term for someone who was assigned male at birth.
A man with surgeries and hormone treatment does not become a woman, nor does a man who simply...
Oof. That hurts. I mean, yeah, just because that's true doesn't mean you have to spend your entire waking life reminding people of that fact. They're trans. They know that they can't magically change their biological sex. They're just trying the best that they can to be happy.
No, a man cannot become a woman, or a woman a man.
Debunked.
Alrighty, folks, if you
Oh,
enjoyed...
that's it? That was
this
debunked?
episode, go get the...
Oh my god. No, Ben, I did not enjoy it. It was absolute... hold on, wait. No, Ben, I did not enjoy it. It was, absolute hell. All of your claims were absolutely, not based, as the kids say. And unlike your wife, my wife does have a wet-ass pussy. I make sure of that.
Let's talk about Ben Shapiro. I know. Who wants to talk about Ben Shapiro? Because that means you now have to think about Ben Shapiro. And who really wants to think about Ben Shapiro? Right? That's terrible. Who wants to... Well, the fact is, if you don't think about Ben Shapiro, then you're unlikely to actually protect yourself from things that can harm your family.